I worked night shift at a gas station just outside a small rural stretch of highway in Kentucky. It wasn't a busy place. Most nights, after midnight, you could go 20 to 30 minutes without seeing a single car. Just silence, and the hum of the refrigerator behind the counter. There was an old radio sitting under the counter. Nobody really used it. Manager told me it hadn't been connected properly in months, so I never paid attention to it. Until that night. It was around 3:20 a.m. when I noticed something strange. The store lights flickered for a second, like a power dip. Then the radio crackled. At first I thought it was broken static noise, so I ignored it. But then I heard something. A voice. "Hello." I stopped what I was doing. Nobody was inside the store. I slowly looked around and said, "Hello?" Only silence answered me. Then the radio came back again, clearer this time. "You're standing behind the counter, looking toward the door." I froze, because that was exactly what I was doing. My heart started beating faster. I stepped back a little and asked, "Who is this?" No response, just static again. Then it said something that made my stomach drop. "Turn around." I hesitated. For a few seconds I didn't move. Then slowly, I turned toward the glass door, and I saw it. A figure standing outside, not moving, just staring at me. No face details, just a dark outline in the parking lot light. I blinked, and it was gone. I ran outside immediately. The parking lot was empty. No cars, no people, nothing. I walked around the building once, then twice. Nothing at all. When I came back inside, the radio was silent again. I thought maybe I imagined it. Maybe I was just tired. But then the radio turned on one more time. This time the voice was calm, almost closer. "You looked." A pause. Then, "Now you've seen me too." I stepped back instantly. My back hit the shelf behind me, and I swear for a second, the store felt colder. The next morning, I asked my manager about it. I told him everything. He didn't laugh. He didn't joke. He just looked at me and said something I still remember clearly. "That radio hasn't had power in over 6 months." I worked front desk at a mid-sized hotel in Denver. Nothing fancy. Just a basic place near the highway where truck drivers and travelers stopped overnight. Night shifts were always the same. Check-ins stop after midnight. And after 3 a.m., it feels like the entire building is asleep, except for me. That night, everything started around 3:40 a.m. The front desk phone rang. Room 307. I picked it up normally. Front desk. There was silence on the other side. Then breathing. Slow. Uneven. Like someone standing too close to the phone. I said again, "Hello?" Then a voice came. Low. Almost a whisper. "Why are you alone?" I frowned. I checked the system immediately. Room 307 was empty. No guest. No booking. Nothing. I thought maybe it was a glitch, so I hung up. But 10 seconds later, the phone rang again. Same room number. I didn't pick it up this time. I just let it ring. After a few seconds, it stopped. Then I heard something else. Knocking. From the hallway behind the front desk. Slow. Knock. 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 I stood still. The hallway camera was right in front of me, so I checked it immediately. The hallway looked empty. Completely empty. But something felt wrong, because I could still hear the knocking in real life. I slowly looked up from the screen, and that's when the phone rang again. But this time, it wasn't showing a room number. It was showing internal line. Inside the building system. I hesitated. Then I picked it up. And the voice said something that made everything stop. "Don't turn around." I didn't move. Not even a little. But the camera in front of me started showing something behind the desk area. A shape, standing, slowly getting closer. Step by step. But in real life, I still couldn't see anything. Only on the screen. Then the image started glitching. Static filled the monitor. The phone line went dead. Everything went silent. I stayed there for maybe a full minute without moving. Then I slowly stepped back from the desk and walked out of the building. I didn't finish my shift. I didn't even sign out. The next day, I came back with the manager. We checked room 307. It was empty. But when we pulled the maintenance logs, room 307 had a recorded incident. A guest had died there alone, months ago, at exactly 3:40 a.m. I used to work night security at a small logistics warehouse outside Phoenix, Arizona. It wasn't a high-security place, just shipping containers, loading docks, and long empty storage rows. Most nights were completely dead. No movement, no noise, just me and the camera wall. The job was simple. Watch the live CCTV feeds, do rounds every hour, and log anything unusual. But that night, something felt off from the beginning. It started around 2:45 a.m. I was sitting in the security office when I noticed something strange on camera 7, one of the loading dock cameras. There was a figure standing near the back gate, not moving, just standing there. I leaned closer, zoomed in, but the image was slightly distorted, like the feed wasn't stable. I radioed the night supervisor at the warehouse floor. "Hey, do you see anyone near Dock 7? A pause. Then he said, "No one is scheduled there. That gate's locked from the inside." I looked back at the monitor. The figure was still there. But now, it was facing the camera. I felt a bit uneasy. I switched cameras to get a better angle. But when I switched back to camera 7, the figure was gone. No movement. No exit captured. Just gone. I checked the playback. There was nothing. No record of the figure ever being there. I assumed maybe it was a glitch. Cameras sometimes lagged, so I wrote it off. Around 3:20 a.m., I started my first round, flashlight in hand, walking through the warehouse aisles. Everything was normal. Too normal. No forklifts moving. No alarms. No sound except my footsteps. When I reached Dock 7, the gate was still locked. But something made me stop. The lock wasn't dusty like it should have been. It looked recently touched. I shined my flashlight closer, and that's when I noticed something. Footprints inside the restricted area. Fresh ones. I stepped back immediately and called it in, but before the supervisor could respond, the radio on my belt crackled. Not the walkie-talkie channel, the emergency channel. No one was supposed to be on it. A voice came through, calm, low, almost right next to my ear. "Stop checking the cameras." I froze. I looked around the warehouse, empty, dead silent. I asked, "Who is this?" No response. Then again, "You already saw enough." I rushed back to the security office, checked the monitors again. Every camera was normal, except one. Camera 7. It was now showing something different. Not the dock, not the gate. It was showing the security office from inside. I was on the screen, sitting at the desk, but I was standing, watching myself. On the monitor. I stepped back instantly, heart pounding. I turned to look behind me. Empty office. Nothing there. When I looked back at the screen, my digital version was still sitting there, typing something on the keyboard, even though I wasn't touching it. Then the screen went static. Every camera feed shut down at once. Complete blackout. The emergency lights kicked in. Red glow across the warehouse. I grabbed my things immediately, tried to open the office door. Locked. From the outside. That's when I heard footsteps outside. Slow. Walking past the office door, stopping right in front of it. A knock. Once, then silence. Then a voice. Same one from the radio, but now clearer. Closer. "You shouldn't have looked at camera 7. I didn't answer. I just waited. The footsteps slowly moved away, and the door unlocked on its own. I ran straight to my car. Didn't look back. Didn't even report properly. Just left. The next day I called the company. They told me something that made my stomach drop. Camera 7 had been deactivated for months. It was never connected to the system. So I still don't understand one thing. If camera 7 was never working, what exactly was I watching that night?